Okay, here we go. Division of polynomials. The first thing we're going to be looking at is a polynomial divided by a monomial. Monomial means one term. So the numerator can have more than one term, and the denominator will have only one term. Now, this is not handled like a long division problem. What you do is you divide that denominator, because he's only one term, individually into two pieces. So it would be the first term divided by 5x cubed, added 2, because there's a plus in between. The second term divided by 5x cubed, and then you reduce it down. And that's what you're going to come out with. So that's your example. But notice the sign here is plus because I'm dividing by a plus. The sign here is plus. The sign here is plus. There's nothing to change that middle sign. I start out with two terms. I'll end up with two terms. The numerator is two terms. My answer will be two terms. So that if I were now to take a look at this one, this would be 49 x to the 7th divided by 7x cubed, subtract 28 x to the 5th divided by 7x cubed, add 14x cubed divided by 7x cubed. And now you reduce all three terms down. This is 7x to the 4th, subtract 4x squared, add 2, because the x cubes, you end up with an x to the 0. Started out with three terms in the numerator, ended up with three terms for my answer. If you try to do this long division, by the way, you got to really know what you're doing, because otherwise you can really screw up on it badly. So this would be 18x to the 7th, subtract 9x to the 6th, add 20x to the 5th, subtract 10x to the 4th, right? And each one of these terms gets divided by negative 2x to the 4th. Negative 2 into a positive 18 is a negative 9. 7 and 4 gives me how many x's? 3. Negative and a negative here is going to create a positive 9 halves. X to the 6th, x to the 4th gives me an x to the 2nd. Minus and a plus is going to give me a minus. 2 divides 20 10 times. 5 and 4 just gives me an x to the 1. Now this is where you can screw up. Well, no, not on this one. Sorry about that. Plus 2 divides 10 5 times, and then the x to the 4th takes each other out.
Do you have to do 9 over 2, or whatever you need to do? Check for
Well, you could do 9 over 2, or you can make it 4.5, and as long as you don't have a repeating decimal, so if that were over 3, well, no, if that were over 5, you don't have a decimal that would necessarily, the decimal answer would be larger.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had 1/3, you couldn't write it as 0.3. But certainly 9 halves could be 4.5, absolutely. So this is 40 x to the 4th y cubed divided by 10 x cubed y cubed, subtract 20 x cubed y squared divided by 10 x cubed y cubed, subtract 50 x squared y divided by 10 x cubed y cubed. Now this is where you have to be very, very careful. 10 divides 40 4 times. So that's fine. x4, x3 is an x. y3, y2 is a y. 10 divides 20 2 times.
It's 3.
Oh, wait,
Both ways.
they're both y3, so I'm going to have a y. That was so much for that, huh? And I don't know why. Oh, I looked at this guy as being a 2, that's why. Need to be more careful how I write my numbers. You guys do that too. Okay, so we have a 2. The x's reduce out. But what happens to the y? It's negative, so it belongs down on the bottom. Subtract 10, give me a 5. Now what happens?
X is on the bottom.
X and y are on the bottom, right?
Why is it square?
I don't know, because I looked at, last thing I saw was a 2.
Why?
Why had a 1?
Do
So I
you
looked
have
up
to
there,
put 'em
so
on the
they-
bottom? Or can you
Pardon
put-
me?
Do you have to put them on the bottom, or can you put like the negative, like 1, y, or negative power?
I wouldn't kill you if you didn't,
Okay,
okay? However, when you're using this stuff, that's where they'll be.
okay, sounds good.
Would that white be like cube?
Yeah, the what?
It'll be square.
Okay.
Square.
Oh, right, yeah, see, I was right.
The last one.
The last.
It's the last one, so.
Last one.
Those negative.
See, I was looking here. I had it, and then somebody said, why is it squared? And it's like, that's right, it's Dominique's fault. It's all her fault. That's been recorded for history.
So it's, oh, I had 2 on my one, that's why, on the bottom.